Improving Labour Efficiency by Daniel Gregory, Madison Mason, Courtney Martino, and Cameron Steele. Recent trends show producers moving away from sheep farming due to the high labour intensity. This video will look at strategies to improve labour efficiency. The two main concepts we'll be focusing on are better decision making and sheep management, and using appropriate infrastructure to create an efficient system. Timing of the major events is an important component of any efficient sheep enterprise. This will allow for a schedule which will minimize overlap of different events and create a manageable and labour efficient schedule. The most important events in a sheep enterprise are lambing, marking, and shearing. Depending on the climate and the type of system being run, these events will occur at different times on different farms. This is an example management calendar for winter lambing. Lambing itself does not require much labour input, but ensuring that the timing is right will minimise labour at other times. For example, matching the energy requirement of the ewes to the food on offer as best as possible will minimise the labour needed to supplement feedstock. Shearing is a very labour-intensive process, and timing is important as it can impact the wool quality. It can also be used to minimise the incidence of fly strike, which can be very labour-intensive to treat, and it is important to consider other major labour-intensive events such as seeding and harvesting on a mixed farming operation to ensure these events do not overlap. Infrastructure will directly assist in the handling and husbandry of sheep. The two most important factors are laneways and taking the work to the sheep. Laneways are an excellent form of maximising labour efficiency by providing easy access to paddocks and stress-free mustering. The costs associated with installing effective laneways will be quickly recovered through decreasing hours of labour. An ideal laneway should be wide, provide access to a maximum amount of paddocks, and have good surfaces and structure to avoid erosion and flooding. Moving sheep from all across the property to one main set of yards can be time-consuming and inefficient, especially if the yards aren't central. Portable temporary yards and simple out-yards are good examples of devices that can be taken to the sheep to reduce labour. Other portable handling equipment includes portable lamb marking stations, as pictured, V-machines, and crutching cradles. In conclusion, the implementation of a labour-effective farming strategy and adopting new technologies can reduce the effort and overall labour times of workers on the farm.